Alright guys, welcome back to the Knives Fast channel. It's KC, Knives Fast. Definitely make sure you like, comment and on this video and that you're subscribed, and if you hit that notification bell, check me out over on Instagram, Knives Fast. And definitely, guys, check out our live stream Monday night, 7:45 p.m. Eastern, KF Live Blue Monday. It is time for my review of my own design, the Tempest Knives Fractus. Now, just a disclaimer, I am Knives Fast, as you know, but I'm also the owner and designer of Tempest Knives. This cannot be a completely unbiased review, okay? So this is my opinion of my knife. There are other reviewers with videos out there. Lefty EDC has done one. Big Red EDC has done one. Stasa, Neves Knives, Bees Blades will have one coming up. Knife Standards. There will be others doing. Who else? There's been others. I'm blanking right now, guys. But they're Bluminati Ninja. There we go. But there's been several that have done reviews, and there will be several more. So what you're about to see is the owner and designer's thoughts on his own knives. So I just thought I would get that out there. And this will be review, but it will also be some details on the pre-order and the process. And this will probably be a long video. So brace yourself and let's get into this. Now, there are actually 3 varieties of the Tempest Fractus, and I don't have the third one to actually show you, unfortunately. But if you go over to the Tempest Knives US Instagram, why can I not say Instagram? Is that not a word that I can say? But if you go over to the Tempest, I'm trying to get over there now myself for you. If you go over to the Tempest Knives Instagram page, you can click right here and you will see pictures of the third variant. So that is the third variant. I will keep that and we will come back to that. No, you know what? Let's go through the 3 variants real quick. Okay, so number 1 is the one that we're calling, by the way, the Fractus. Let's just do this. A Fractus is a cloud that is a small, jagged-looking cloud that has broken off from a main cloud because of wind or rain or whatever, okay? I'm a weather guy. I like weather, and so that's what that is. So these are going to be cloud and sky related. So this one right here is called the silver lining because every cloud has a silver lining. So you have bead blasted titanium with micro milling. All right, hold on. Let me get where you guys can see the focus with micro milling lines there and beautiful weave carbon fiber. These are heavily contoured by Concept. By the way, these are made by Concept. They pretty much did the best job with my 5-spoke racing wheel pivot of anybody I've seen. You do have, we'll talk more about the pocket clip in a minute, but you do have a deep loop over pocket clip attached to the back. And like I said, in this case, you have satin hardware. Now, the screws, the big change here is that these 2 screws are going to be black. Now, you guys may have heard that this screw and this screw and this screw were going to be T8s. They are not going to be. Unfortunately, Concept will not do T8 screws. They've had some of them break, and they will not do T8 screws. And no, I could not make this flat, or I would have. It just makes that head too thin, and it breaks off too easily. So there's a reason the screws are as they are. So the only thing T8 is the pivot, and everything else is T6, okay? But these screws in the inlay will be black, okay? On all 3 variants, okay? You have an S90V blade in a satin finish, and of course, these are running $199.99. Version number 2 is the Blue Sky Arctic Storm Fat Carbon. Again, same bead blasted titanium, same hardware, black screws in the inlays, same blade, S90V, and with that beautiful satin finish. Now, we'll go over changes in a minute. I already gave you one, but we'll go over some more. And then the third variant is the one that I briefly showed the picture of. And if I could get my phone to work, I will show it again. This is the Storm Cloud. It is a black washed titanium, still with the milling lines, with the beautiful weave carbon fiber, black wash blade, black hardware, black clip. Same stuff, okay? So really cool. I thought those came out really, really nice. Let's see. Do I have one? Yeah, that's the one with the clip right there. And I don't have the shot without. Yeah, I do. Here we go. So here's the one from the non-clip side. So again, I know it doesn't show up great on here, but you can go over to Instagram and see it better. Those are renderings. I don't have a prototype of those, so that's why you're not seeing them. Okay, so those are the 3 versions. Now, I will tell you, let's put that there. So there will be, now, when I say I got 200 total, and that is all I could get Concept to make at this time. They have too many other customers lined up, I guess, so all I could get was 200 made at the time. So let's talk about what's happening. This one I am ordering 100, but I keep some back for warranty and a couple other things, so there will be less than 100. I don't know how many yet. You'll find out when they drop. On this one and this one, the 2 weave carbon fiber ones, there will be less than 50. And I'm guessing probably 80 of these and maybe 35 to 40 of these, okay, of the 2 weave carbon fiber ones. So the pre-order drops on Friday, the 2nd of February, 2024 at 1 p.m. Eastern at Tempest Knives, TempestKnives.com, okay? There's no U.S. in that one. Just TempestKnives.com, okay? And again, there's limited quantities. And so now let's go through, let's talk about the knife. Let's talk about, now, if you haven't seen my video where I did a disassembly, it was a short and also a reel on my Instagram, go check out the disassembly video. I think that'd be helpful for you guys. But what I like, well, let me talk about some things Concept does, and we'll talk about how I like that and how there's something I had to change, okay? So, number one, these are running, I believe, on 6mm 1/16 bearings, but they are running on caged bearings with race washers. So you can't really just go swap these out for skiffs, okay? The bearing, it's just like the Devo Lush. The bearings that are in there are what they are, but that's why we get this magnificent action. Smooth, milky action, so good. The detents are great on them. They are phenomenal and really good. Now, they were not able to do the captive pivot the way I wanted it done, okay? It's a long story. I went back and forth with them for a long time. So we are going to have T8 tooling like this on both sides. They will be Loctited when they come to you, and they, just like the Devo Lush, exactly the same thing as the Devo Lush. So I keep talking about that, so let me get it out real quick. So the Lush is tooled, as you can see, T8 here and T8 here. Same thing, it's Loctited in there, and that is what exactly what's being done with these. So they will be tooled on both sides, okay? Other changes. There is no lock bar chamfer to speak of, right now. There was supposed to be one. They did not do it. We had, again, quite a few discussions on that, and what we came up with is they're doing this same chamfer that you see right there on the lock bar of the Devo Lush. That's the chamfer that will be on our friend the Fractus here. So that's that. Other changes, there's not a lot. So number one, this jimping is for backed up grip, at least for me. Now you can do it there too if you want to kind of have more of a pinch, and that's that. Now this jimping, as you see here, will not be there. There will be a patch of jimping right there, okay? So when I'm choked up, my thumb lands right there. And so there will be this patch of jimping, a small gap, and then a patch of jimping right there, and none here, okay? So that's what we've done there. The steel remains the same. All of that remains the same. Now, let's talk. I promised I was going to talk about the clip, so let's talk about the clip. So you guys know I'm a designer, and a lot of people have said this is my best design. You know, there is one thing that I'll just own. I wanted to do a very clean show side. You guys know that all the rest of my knives have had reversible clips, okay? So I wanted to do reversible, but because I wanted the show side to be clean, I didn't want to do a filler tab, okay? I don't know. I just felt like I wanted this guy to be very premium, to look very premium, and so I didn't want a filler tab. So I came up with this idea, which I still think is a phenomenal idea, to do the clip like the Quiet Carry 9 and others have done it, where the clip is back here. But what I didn't realize at the time, and you know, again, didn't concept didn't tell me either, is that because this is slightly contoured here, and again, some people have said, why don't you go back? Well, I don't have time to go do another set of prototypes, so we're just going to do it this way. So it's a little contoured, turned here instead of flat. And so when you flip this clip over, that clip was pointing up like this, okay? And so that was not acceptable for me. And so what we're doing for my left-handed friends is instead of, look, I thought about, the clips are not cheap. They're titanium clips. And I thought about doing just clips all the way around. But what we're going to do is I'm getting 50 left-handed clips for now. I'm sure if we need a few more, if I end up with more demand for them, I'm sure Concept will help me get some more. But for now, based on their production schedule, 50 is all that they could make at this time. So we're doing 35 of the Stonewash clip and 15 of the black, which I don't have, but of the black wash clip. And so I will have those. So here's what I'm going to do. So I don't have to keep up with it right now. You're going to go ahead and order the knife just like normal on the pre-order, okay? And then closer to them being delivered, I'm going to send an email out, and that email is going to say, hey, do you have an address change? And if you have ordered a Fractus and you need a lefty clip, please reply to this email and let me know that you need a lefty clip. And then we will make a list off of that, and we will send them to everybody at that point. So that is how we're going to do it. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, so we are 12 and a half minutes into this video, and I have still not really done anything that resembles a review. So action-wise, again, you can flick this up on the fuller, down on the bottom of the hole, in the middle of the, I mean, it is magic. I love the shape of the hole. You guys know one of the things I love about designing a knife is that I like it to look as nice closed as it does open. That is one of my things. It needs to look sleek, like a car, a plane, something very sleek and fast, and that is what I dig. So that's what we did there, and I think the hole works great. It also works awesome for thumb opening. There is no flipper. Again, it goes back to just wanting this to be very clean and simple and premium, and that's why we did. You guys know I've started doing secondary opening methods on my knives, and there will be more of that. As a matter of fact, the downdraft will have a low profile flipper and a hole, so I'm very excited about that one as well when that comes out. I'm working on prototypes for that now. Yeah, just really cool overall. Now your lockup, you got about a 30 on the lockup, and there is no, I mean, again, those race washers and everything, there's no play. I mean, this thing is magnificent. I haven't done this, so we'll just do it for grins and giggles here. Yeah, there's no issues. It's my knife, so I wanted to do that. I don't know why I wanted to do that, but I did. Ergonomically, guys, is where this knife shines. You get a full 4-finger grip, and because of the way that clip is lower, my hand comes in like that, and I don't really feel it in a negative way. It's there, but it's not negative. It feels real good. And when you choke up, this thing is magic. And again, I don't really need the jimping, but we're going to put it there for you guys. This thing is just really good in the hand. Action-wise, again, the drop is great. It is on, again, cage bearings and race washers. Detents are spot on. They are, what I love is I have 5 of these total, 5. And they are consistent across the knives, which is very promising. Now, there is a slight bit, well, this one's loose. Hold on. I took that one apart. There we go. There, don't pay attention to that because I apparently didn't put that back together right. But there's a slight bit of movement in the clip. So what I asked them to do, this is a 1 millimeter thick clip. It's going to 1.2 millimeters, which should make that a little more rigid without making it so rigid that it's tough to go in and out of the pocket. We didn't want to make it too thick for that reason, but I wanted it a little bit thicker so it wouldn't play as much. If that makes sense, man, I need to tighten that. Dork. I took it apart and didn't put it back together well, I guess. But this one's fine. And again, those things will be Loctited too, so that again they stay in as good as possible. Now, cutting wise, I've had great experiences. Now, this one is wearing the factory edge. And as you can see, by the way, it is 0.15 behind the edge. Stasa did that for me. The blade stock is 3 millimeters and is 0.15 behind the edge, and they're very good. Now, this one is wearing my edge with the TS Prof, and you can see after I put that edge on here, the factory edges are good, but this edge is magic. It is really, really, really good. I am very pleased with the geometry, and that's what I wanted on this knife, was to be very, very thin, slicey, and good to go. So comparison-wise, let's do a few things here. So first of all, we'll do our normal ones. There is your Ontario Rat 1, and there is your Ontario Rat 2. You can see it's just slightly longer than the, shorter than the Rat 1, and quite a bit bigger than the Rat 2. All right, and then here is a Tempest Jetstream. Now, you will notice on the Jetstream that it is about the same length, but the Jetstream is, let's put it down here where you can see it better. The Jetstream is taller, okay? Do you see that? The blades are similar, but the handles are a little bit thinner. Does that show up on camera? And then we will get out 2 more things if I can. There we go. Here is, we'll put that here. Here is a Tempest pinion. So it's about the same length as a pinion. And we'll just flop this around. Here is a microburst. So hopefully all of that kind of draws the picture of what kind of knife we are looking at. So let me go over my notes because I know I am not covering some items here. So again, I told you this was going to be a long video, so just bear with me. I'm going to go over here to my notes. So again, the pre-order is opening on February 2nd at, wow, KC, get the word out of your mouth. February 2nd at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. It is an 8-inch overall knife, 4.5-inch handle, 3.5-inch blade. Let's see, 4.2 ounces. And again, I just want to say this. What was the other? I think that was all the changes. Yeah, let me go back to the changes real quick. Oh, one more change. So Lefty pointed out, there you go. You hear that? There's a little rattle, and that is this stop pin. So they have extended this stop pin slightly. They were originally just going to throw some Loctite in there, and I'm like, no, I need you to extend that. So they're, a little bit. They're going to make these fit better. That is the other change, in case any reviewers have mentioned that. And yeah, that's all the changes. So again, I will have all the details listed at tempestknives.com. And again, just to be clear, lefty friends out there, you just need to order a knife at this time. These will, by the way, the pre-order, I'm being told by Concept, we will be late May, early June on these. I'm hoping they get here before Blade Show, but no promises. So definitely that is how long we intend for you to wait. But again, in a production process, there can be challenges and changes, and it might well take slightly longer than the plan. So please bear in mind when you're pre-ordering that there is no promise of a delivery date. It is, as any pre-order, it is when the manufacturer gets them to me. I will bring in my team, Freak Show and Mrs. Freak Show, and hopefully Todd, Gorilla, and we will go through the knives one by one, and then we will box them with my awesome family team, and we will get them sent out to you as quickly as we can, okay? So, and schedules are always interesting for me between work and side work, and I've got some vacation and stuff coming up, so it's going to be interesting to see how all this times out. It seems like every time something challenging happens, and I have to just figure it out, and I always do, and get them out as quickly as I can to you guys. So again, this is probably the longest video I have done in a long time, but I felt like I had a lot of ground to cover. Now, I've been asked this a lot. What if I don't get one? Okay. I hope you can get one now. But again, Concept has said to me, they don't have room for me to order any more right now. I wanted to. Okay. So the deal on that is, that if they sell really quickly, I can try to do a second run of these, a few months down the road, and it would literally be that. So my guess is if these deliver in May or June, the second round won't be delivered till August, September, or maybe even later, just based on what they've got backed up wise. But I promised these 200, and that is what we're doing. And again, lefties, we will get you taken care of on the clips, and make sure that you get one. So very cool. Again, I am extremely excited about this design, and it seems like a lot of you are as well. Let me know below your thoughts, and I hope you made it all the way through this extremely long-winded and kooky video. And I hope sometime pretty quickly after, and I keep getting asked this, how long will you leave the pre-order until they're sold out? I mean, that's literally, I will put a number up on the website, and when those are gone, the pre-order is closed. So it's that simple. I do not know. It could take hours. It could take days. It could take weeks. I don't know. So we will see how that works out. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed this crazy video. Again, I am extremely pleased with the action on these. They have been so, I mean, literally I have sat here at, some days I work from the home office, and I'm not around a bunch of people, and I just sit here and do this over and over and over and over. I love the feel of this knife. It's so crisp. It just flies out, feels great in the hand. I am incredibly pleased with these knives. And by the way, they did come centered, and it's still centered even after me messing with it. Let's check the other one. Yep, and the blade comes all the way out to the end, which is really great. And just the construction of these is really great. So, fantastic, guys. Please make sure you have liked and commented, and let me know what you think down below. Subscribe, hit that notification bell. Go over to TempestKnives.com and check it out. Go to Tempest Knives US Instagram. And again, stand by for the pre-order February 2nd at 1 p.m. Eastern, and I will be doing a live stream on Knives Fast surrounding that. So, 25-minute video. Okay. Well, guys, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and thank you so much for watching the Knives Fast channel.